Meh. That was alright. Wasn't that great or anything, but I'm still kind of pissed off, about this whole chair shot shit with Orton. They're fining him for using a fucking chair, and also Daniel Bryan, I didn't even mention this, but Daniel Bryan is also getting fined. Ain't even use a chair! So why the fuck's he getting fined? Anyway, we start off with Sheamus and Sandow in a double street fight. It's pretty much like the same concept as a Belfast brawl, pretty much. They put a tap at ringside, 2 bar taps. It's a little cheesy looking, to be quite honest. Ooh, it's Dublin, so let's do something that looks like a bar. Yeah, it's goofy. Seriously, like, who comes up with these fucking ideas? Match is okay. You got a lot of fucking kendo stick shots and some okay things with the chair. Of course, they weren't to the head. Because you wouldn't want to get fined or anything. But the finish was so fucking lame. It just took me out of the match completely. It would have been awesome if he could have just white noised them on those 2 open steel chairs. But then Sandow just sits down in them. He like plops in the chairs and he gives him a bro kick. And he like falls over like really slowly in the chair. Which is worse than if he were just to bro kick him normally. Like less impact. Because he's sitting down. Who the fuck came up with this finish? Who said that would be a great finish for this match? Then it's Miz TV, and this was a little bit better from the Miz. Not a lot better, but sort of. You had Curtis Axel, who was okay on the mic. And at the end, he attacks Miz, and he improved the finisher, actually. Instead of, like, the swinging neckbreaker just being, like, an ultra-quick neckbreaker that doesn't look like it has much impact, the new one is, like, a neckbreaker where he, like, holds them up like Rick Rude style and then just flips them around their face. It's unique. I never really saw that type before. I mean, I probably did, but can't remember. But it's got more impact. It looks a little bit better. So not a total bust of a segment. I hate the fucking Miz, even though I used to love him. But this is, this was all right. Then it's Natalya defeating AJ with some distraction from Caitlyn. And all I have to say is that Caitlyn looked fucking hot in that outfit. I think the reason is, I used to make fun of her, kind of her smile's a little goofy. Like she's got some like beaver shit going on with her mouth. But, as long as she's straight faced, I mean, I guess she has like a passable face. Sort of a butter face. But, passable. But the outfit, she was wearing AJ's outfit with the tight shirt and the, the little Daisy Dukes, and the fact that she didn't have that lame ass fucking hair that she usually has. She looked pretty fucking hot, and I was like, yeah, fucking tap it. Yeah. So, it was funny how she was skipping around making fun of AJ like she's getting her back. Not much of a match, but the segment was funny. I'm enjoying this little feud that they're having, and the match at Payback was good. And it's way better than any shit I'm seeing in TNA from those gals. Then we get the Money in the Bank match for the World Heavyweight Championship announced. Here's the thing I didn't even notice till people alerted it to me in my Raw review. Everybody in the Raw match is a face, which is interesting, but it's a little stupid that kind of like everyone's the same character. They're all good guys. But I mean, it's a little bit, interesting. I guess that they're doing something like that. Like it ain't just restricted to faces and and heels. Like the sort of like that they used to do during the Attitude Era. It didn't always have to be so strictly faces and heels. So I'm not really going to complain about it. It's just a little bit weird because I guess I'm not used to it recently. And But now they're having all heels on the. Well, I was about to say SmackDown side, but now there isn't any brand split anymore, so it's the World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. Just fucking combined them already, for God fucking sakes. But I'm pretty happy who they picked with this. There's Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Sandow, Dean Ambrose is in it, who I hope fucking wins, Cesaro. So there might be some interesting things that they could do with this match. It's all mid-carders. The only thing they said that up-and-comers. Why the fuck is Jack Swagger in there then? Everybody else sort of makes sense because they haven't won the world belt yet. But Swagger has been champion. So why the fuck is he in there? He was at Mania fighting for the world belt. Why is he considered an up-and-comer? Just because they can't figure out anything else to do with him? But anyway, it seems like it's a decent Money in the Bank. Way better. Like, the competitors are more credible than were in there last year. Last year you had Tensai, the fucking Titus Kid, a Tyson Kid, I mean, whatever. And it felt very cheap. Now it feels like it means a little more. It's about fucking time. Then we got Orton defeating Kane. Daniel Bryan throws him back in the ring. He throws Kane back in and he's smiling about it. I hope he doesn't go heel. That would just fucking kill everything. Because that fucks things up. Because then all the fucking marks are going to start booing him. And it's going to go backwards. They should just keep him fucking face. He's doing a fine job. He doesn't have to be like a super good guy, always smiling all the time. But just keep his character the way how it is. There could be a little bit of conflict with him and Kane, but don't make him go heel. Please. The match was alright. Nothing special. Orton was good in one match on Monday, but now he's back to the same shit, basically. Not horrible, but now good. And a cheap finish, he throws him back in and just suddenly is able to get the RKO. Like, Kane is looking right at him, and he's able to RKO him. Like, how does that work? Like, if someone is rearing back, Orton's like jumping up in the air. If someone rears back to punch you in the face, and you're looking at them rearing back, are you going to stand there and get fucking punched in the face? No, you're going to fucking move. So I don't get this. Throw him in. Whoa, looky there. He's going to RKO me. And bam, he gets RKO'd. Cheap. What is with these cheap finishes? First with Sheamus and now with Orton? Then it's Ryback defeating Justin Gabriel. And I look at a match like this and I think to myself, why is Ryback rewarded with a victory, in any match after the fucking piss-poor performance he put on at Payback? I mean, holy shit, you got a guy like Justin Gabriel who doesn't have a lot of charisma, but the guy could get popular. He could, here's the thing. Shawn Michaels, when he first started, didn't have a lot of charisma, but he was athletic. They gave him time to grow. And it also helped that he had, a lot of women going after him too. Justin Gabriel, they always like to talk about how he's like some type of Adonis and shit like that. A lot of girls are hitting him up on Twitter, asking him to fuck them and shit like that. So you know what? Why not take advantage of it? As I said this in the past. He's a popular, good-looking guy with a lot of, high-flying moves. So why not push him? They were planning to, but then they canceled it. I think they were going to give him the U.S. belt at one time, but they canceled those plans. I don't understand why. They reward fucking goofballs like Ryback. The guy's got no credibility. Really? Him and Gabriel are on the same level. They're both jobbers. Are you going to sit there and tell me that Ryback isn't a jobber when he's lost every single fucking match they put him in? And they're just covering it up because, like, oh, he's got a pass because he was put through the top of the ambulance. He fucking lost. He's a jobber. It's a fucking main event jobber, basically. After that, Jericho comes out. He makes fun of Ryback, calls him Cryback, and that's very true in a way. The guy has just been a big fucking baby and berry baby, and you got this thing. What is this? Ryback was like overselling the kicks from Gabriel. He kicks him in the leg like 3 times, and he's like, "Ah, my leg!" Like, what is this? All of a sudden, like a ham and egger's kicks is like you would think like he got like jammed in the fucking leg with a sledgehammer or something. He was fucking kicked by a guy that's like 3 times less his size. And then it's Christian and the Usos defeating the Shield. Not a bad match. I fucking hate the Usos. They just scream ham and eggers to me. But decent action here. And damn, like with Seth Rollins like flipping over the top rope was fucking graceful. Like that came out of nowhere. But what the fuck is this? It looks like Ambrose is about to take to the skies, and then Christian just spears him, pins him. And now the Shield is lost twice. I could understand why maybe they lost to the superstar team of, Orton, Kane, and Daniel Bryan, because those are like the big names and shit, but they're losing to Christian and the Usos of all people. Like, I could see if the Christian was with somebody else because he was a world champion and a popular wrestler, but the Usos, I understand that they're trying to make them more of a threat, but it was Christian who got the pin on Ambrose here. It's okay if it was like one-on-one, I could understand it, but they beat them as a team. The whole gimmick was supposed to be that the Shield is unbeatable as a team. They're a force to be reckoned with that cannot be defeated. And they just fucking lose like nothing here. What the fuck are they doing? I mean, like, I understand once, but that should have been the only time, and they shouldn't have, lost for another 6 months. Now, they're, losing, two times, almost, they only lost, 2 weeks ago. They're fucking them up. Then you got the big-time celebration with Del Rio. Del Rio was speaking in Spanish for, 5 whole minutes. Here's the thing. This is cheap heat. No one understands what the fuck he's saying. And, I believe they were down south or something. And he's there on the mic. He's talking in Spanish and no one understands him. This is not how you get over as a heel. This is how you bore people to death. Ziggler comes out, and for once, Ziggler gets to look like a tough guy. He throws Ricardo through the table. He starts beating up on Del Rio. It looked like a good little attack here. He's really assaulting him. It would have been cool if he could have hit him in the head with the guitar. But once again, you can't do any shots to the head, I guess. But it ain't a chair, so maybe he could have. I don't know. They're not allowed to hit him with anything in the fucking head, I guess. Ridiculous. I mean, that last segment was boring. The end was okay. So, overall, pretty sucky. Not horrible or anything, but, yeah, I was praising SmackDown the past couple of weeks, but this was probably the worst one that I've seen, in a couple of weeks now. And, it really just didn't do it for me. A lot of goofy fucking shit, a lot of goofy decisions and finishes. You had some decent stuff, but for the most part, it wasn't anything special. All right, yeah, not a great SmackDown by any means.